Hello guys, I'm your friend InSileXO. Now I'm going to try to implement reinforcement learning on NES games. And if I want to do that, the first thing I need to do is find an open source project, and I did find it, as you can see here. The first step to install this open source project is to install OpenAI GYM, Keras, TensorFlow, and CV2, and happen to have all those packages installed on my computer. So I won't do that again. It is said the second step is to install FCEUX NES emulator. So I'm going to install it. Sudo apt and install FCEUX. We have to make sure FCEUX is in my path. Let's try it out. Okay. Find a NES ROM for Mario Brothers or any NES game. Okay, finally I got it, Super Mario Brothers.NES. But wait a minute, we haven't cloned this project to our local yet. Get clone address. We need to move that Mario NES game to src.ron's folder. Also, we have to give it a name, which is Mario Bros.nes. Okay, it's done. Beyond that, we have to copy ROMs, FCS, and all files in it to this folder. Okay, it's done. Here's an example usage to load the Mario Brothers. But there's also some examples right here we can use it by type Python3 run mario.py. Okay, we got something wrong here. It is said failed to import py dot. Please install it using type install py dots. Okay, let's do that. Sudo pip3 install py dots. Okay, let's stop it and try it again. It's still wrong. I don't know why, so I'm going to search it. Maybe we should try to install this and do it again. This time it just works. But I don't know why the screen is too small. I cannot say those. I cannot say what's happening really, so I'm going to stop it. All I could say is that this game keeps still and no one is moving. I don't know why. For some reason, it just doesn't work. So I want to try to run that emulator by ourselves to say if it's work. I'm going to open a ROM, which is this. Can we make the screen a little bit bigger? Because okay. Art with return, but we don't have return key on my keyboard. Okay, art with enter. That's the key to return. And now can we start? Yes, of course. And can we jump? Okay, F is jump. It turns out that we indeed can run this scene. But it's nothing to do. It's nothing to do with the picture that this project showed us here. It's full of pipelines, but the game we downloaded is not. It's not the same game actually. So maybe we should remove this field. Okay, let's try to do that. Remove this field. Okay, after that, let's try to run that field again. Run Mario. In this time, it's indeed works, but it just keep jumping in the same place and with the noise, sound noise. So I'm going to disable the sound so you can hear me now. And if I'm going to the full screen, you can see the picture. When he's working, I can control the keyboard too. I don't think it's a good idea to let it keep doing this. Maybe we should try to leave this game and make another one. Because I can't find a resource from the USA internet, so I just download that game from Chinese network, and it works well. I did find a Chinese version from the internet, and it's great. This is the first time I found maybe it's easier to download something from the Chinese internet. Okay, let's stop saying and just try it out. I don't know what's happened. It just stopped. So we cannot use the Chinese version in this game? Maybe. Maybe that's a broken version. So I need to find another one from the internet. Now let's try it again. Yeah, maybe this is a version that's right for us. Okay, maybe not. I don't know whether this Mario start to get wisdom, but I think it's pretty stupid, at least right now, because it's keep dying. And I did not use my hand right now. You can say it's all this character is fully controlled by the program itself. Maybe it will get better after I sleep for a night. Which means when he trained 24 hours after, maybe he can become an expert to playing this game. A good part about this game is that its background won't change with the time, but those variables, those portals and the stars will change. So it's basically a good environment for train and reinforcement model. And I already become excited about this because it seems like it's trying to survive, okay? But it's not perfect. What I'm saying is it only moves based on the current image he got. But then, you know, in the reality life, the scenes won't change in a single frame. It's a series of change. It's a series of change. Okay, so you have to remember something that happened before, and you related that with the current state. Then you make some decisions. That's the real thinking when we are doing things in the real life. And I also think this model is not perfect. Why? Because it don't know how to sparse itself. I mean, how to stay in the same place for a certain time. He just didn't know. He just doing actions, right, left, jump, basically 3 actions. But it's not enough. In our real life, we will think something more because, for example, if we want to go to the left, we will say, okay, I'll go to the left, and for a certain time, for example, 1 second, I'll go to the left for half second, or I'll go to the right for 1 second. So I think instead of switch actions based on the image, if we have a time series, if we have a series of image based on time, we probably want to predict how much time the action need to take, one action need to take in the situation. If we don't do that, we won't have enough time to determine which action to take because things happen so quick. Okay, if we have that functionality, with let's say if the tutor in the right, we are going. Then we decided to go to the left for 1 second. Go to the left is always good if the turtle is in the right. Okay. Fine, I'm going to leave it there for probably 1 hour. When time's up, I will come back and say if it gets any better in the game. Hello guys, it's been 2 or 3 hours since I started this stream. And as you can see, it's not getting better anyway. I think it's worse because it just keep dying. Okay, it's not getting better. I really don't know how long it will take to make a perfect game player using reinforcement learning technique. But as far as I say, you can make it right just in a few hours. So let's stop this stupid Mario and try to say what we got from this script. Okay, we got a bunch of fail, but it was not big, just hundreds KB. I don't know if I restart that script, whether or not it will do it better. It just hide in the button, hide under the pipeline, behind the pipeline, but it will die eventually and die again and again. So nothing has changed. It's still stupid. I can see it from the first eye.